Happy Sunday. This is so unnatural for me. I'm used to posting videos where I'm singing or I have my guitar or I'm having fun, some kind of like entertainment. I don't really post a lot of stuff about me personally online. I don't share a lot of my life through social media. So even like sitting here and talking to a camera, can just feel kind of weird. But I want to post something just because I feel like in this digital age that we're in, there's a lot of performance, posting only what you want people to see, posting what you want people to believe you are. It's just like performance and performance. Anyway, I've been in a state of self-discovery a lot recently. Mental health is obviously very important. And I think as we get older, as we become more than just our parents' children and like a product of what we do and our grades and our goals and our dreams, as we get older and we get to the ages where those things should be happening, it can just kind of feel like, why do I want this? Is because someone asked me when I was a kid and that was my first answer and I've just been sticking with that this whole time? Is it okay if I'm different now? Is it okay if I change? Am I okay if I don't meet my childhood goals? Am I okay with that? I recently turned 30. I told myself I was gonna make an Instagram post. I have all the pictures and I never made the post. I was gonna have pictures of myself throughout my 20s and then like bam, 30, right? And I was like gonna say goodbye to my 20s. I'm so far off base for what I actually hit record for. I had so much pressure on myself about turning 30. I had a lot of dreams for myself, even as a teenager, about what 30 would look like, and it doesn't look like that in all of the ways. I think we can get so caught up in, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy if, this and that. And I mean, goals are fine and stuff, but I was like grieving my 20s. I was thinking about how, man, I'll never be on Forbes 30 under 30 now because I'm not there. I'm not under 30 anymore. I don't qualify for that. There was just a level of greatness that I wanted for myself that I didn't achieve by my own deadline. And I felt like I wasted my 20s. That's an entirely different thing. I say that to say, in the art of growing up, in growing from a child to an adult, the young adult to older young adult process, a time when we really need to assess who we are and what we are, how we think and why we think the way that we do, how to overcome that, how to not beat ourselves up, how to tell yourself that it is okay, and then how to actually believe that. Once you're in the driver's seat of your life, it's hard to even have to come to terms with where you've driven yourself. Like, that's also hard to do. Anyway, the point of this video is that I've recently been learning about myself that I often sacrifice ease of life, quality of life for me, my personal enjoyment and happiness, and my comfortability in exchange for reducing someone else's discomfort. I'm sure there are a lot of people that feel the same way. For example, if I see you carrying like one too many heavy looking grocery bags and I'm also carrying grocery bags, I would assess my grocery baggage and I would think like, oh yeah, I won't die if I hold one more. Like, you look uncomfortable, let me take that from you. And then I will have way too many grocery bags, but I will be like, okay, at least this person looks comfortable now and they're carrying a lot less. That is obviously not a healthy way to treat myself. I do think that speaks to people pleasing, which is something that I'm constantly fighting to break. Like, it's okay for me to advocate for myself. It's okay for me to protect my safety. It's okay for me to protect my happiness and do what's best for me. And so many times I find myself putting myself way, way last until I'm overburdened and broken down, and because of things that I put on myself in an attempt to uplift or to alleviate the people around me. I'm actively trying to not do those things. Even the other day at work, I was asked to do something that I was like, okay, you're asking me to do something that you could do, you know? I was like contemplating, like, okay, truly wrestling within myself, like, okay, should I add this to my schedule or should I not add this to my schedule? Should I make that person's life easier and make my life harder so that like they could be happy? I ultimately chose to not take on that load. I cannot sacrifice myself in terms of someone else's ease. I cannot do that. Can't do it. If their life is in danger, yes. But if it's just in terms of ease and comfortability, I cannot forfeit my comfort for your comfort. It's just something I'm trying out. But I think all of this ultimately is just one step on the journey of just loving myself, protecting my self-worth, and then amassing that self-worth as well. Like, how do I be self-wealthy but not selfish? Because then if I imagine like that this is how life should be, this unrealistic like heavying of oneself, that's what I imagine is ideal, and I don't receive that in return, that I'm putting unrealistic expectations on other people in my life. That's not fair for them and it's not healthy for them. Ultimately, I hope that what I said benefits you in some way. I hope that you can actively think about ways in your life that you are forfeiting your wellness and your well-being to appease someone else, and how that hurts you in the long run, and how you can water your own garden, you know, so that you can grow. You know, this world is a crazy place. Life in general, existence itself is crazy. So often it can be isolating, at least that's my experience. And I just hope that in this video we can find some kind of unity or togetherness. Feels kind of nice to get out of me. Anyway, much love to you. Have a good day.